Jonathan. Welcome again to the channel. Good to meet with you. Glad to see you again. It's been a little while. Just had a couple questions. Want to ask you, I know you got the NFTs coming out. You mentioned possibly by Friday, I think. You just want to tell me a little bit about that. There's a lot of curious people in my community. Just fill us in on it.
All right. Well, there's our goal is Friday, so EST. So Friday night EST to our Saturday morning in Australia. But probably the best way to show you is what we're doing. If I share my screen. So yeah, just our normal. We've got our marketplace coming online next to it'll be online now with the NFTs. So once we sell some NFTs, the marketplace will be live. And you'll be able to buy NFTs on our marketplace. We've got the REFERRAL NFTs coming out shortly, within the next couple of weeks. We should have our first REFERRAL NFT, and then the node holders.
How many NFTs?
We've got the first one coming out, I think, for the OG REFERRAL people, and then we're building one at the moment for node holders, and then we're going to be building another one for VIBs. So. Gotcha. But all three of those should be within the next month. So yeah, we've got some really exciting stuff coming. But if you click on NFT here, this takes you through to Mintable, and this is just we've had a fantastic artist from Rune. He's got a company in Europe, and he's done all this art for us.
So you kind of pick your own traits for the NFT when you make it. That's kind of the idea behind it. So it's really unique.
All right, so I've turned it off. So the ones you've got to have, the 4 you've got to have, are turned on. And let's just take these back to like just a really basic skin. Let's do skin cow and horns. They'll do. And yeah, green background's okay. So these are really cheap. Each one of these traits we've set a rarity to. The artist has actually set a rarity to when he's drawn it. And so he's made certain things really rare in the rarity. So if we go to horns and we choose bull horns, these are really rare. They've got the actual bull pattern, the bull logo actually embedded into them. So stamped into them. Yeah, it's really good. So we've set a rarity level to these actual attributes. So coming back to what I said, what I love about NFTs is there's a gamble to it. So there's actually like you pay your money and then you get issued an NFT and you might get something rare. I love that part. The part where you might get something rare. I don't mind the gamble. I think that's fun. All right,
it is fun, yeah.
Especially when it's only $100 or $200. You know, it doesn't matter.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
But what I hate is sometimes you don't get something rare, and you get an NFT you would never use. So you'd never use it for an icon. It doesn't make a good icon. It's just a shitty NFT. And I've got a couple of hundred of those. Like Jet and I and Sam have collected, 200 or 300. I think we've got. And most of them are unusable. Most of them aren't very nice. They're not what we would have chosen. And that led us to think, what if people could choose, like what we do when we make an NFT collection, we actually sit down and say, well, what would we do if we were buying one? Oh, we'd do this and we'd put these horns on it and do this. And, so suddenly we just had this idea that, hey, you could actually, change this around and
What's the most rare one you could make right there? Like the most rare that you could make?
I think black hole is the rarest background.
Yeah.
So that one.
That's cool.
I think
that's nice.
I think the bull horns are the rarest. The skin, I'm not sure. I think zombie skin might be really rare. I haven't actually gone through the rarity because what we're going to do, the idea is to build something you really like, that you yourself like. And at the end, when the whole 3,333 are done, then will set a new rarity table based on what people chose. And
Okay.
so someone who actually got the really simple one, because they couldn't afford to do the really simple one, will be about $80 or something.
Yeah.
So it might be $100. So the really simple ones are going to be cheap, and obviously, because not many people are choosing them, every time someone chooses a trait, even if it's a simple trait, it will go up in value. So
That's cool.
the idea is that the rarity will reset at the end, and then we'll release the new rarity, and there'll be a surprise there that some people that purposely chose something or couldn't afford to choose something they really wanted, they'll actually get the bonus that it will be rare. So
That's good. Yeah,
it'll
that's
be
kind of nice.
the opposite. Yeah. So yeah, if we go through and have a look at a few of these, like there's some great, really great demon horns.
I like to see that too, that you guys really thought out the process behind it, and made it a lot different than like other NFTs. That's pretty cool. You can just pick your own traits and everything. That's nice. I think a lot of people are gonna like that.
Yeah, well, like some of these traits are really good.
Yeah.
Is there a fire eyes or there's laser eyes? And then you can have missing teeth.
That's pretty badass, really.
You can have angel wings on your devil.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah, so like it just allows you to whatever you think is actually a cool thing,
Mm-hmm.
you can do yeah. So as I said, the idea here is just purely to choose something that you really like.
Yeah.
And you might really want the bull chain, but if everyone starts choosing the bull chain, it will literally go up quite dramatically. So like if the rarity is set to 1%, that means there can only be 33 of them. All right.
Yeah.
So once we've had 33, actually it starts ramping at about 25, really hard. So the 25th one might be $100 or something just for that trait, and then the 26th one might be $120, and the 27th one might be $140, and the 28th one might be So it starts to get really expensive after that, and
Gotcha.
to slow that down, we don't want to totally wreck that trait because people are obviously choosing it because they know it's going to be rare. But we also want to penalise if 100 people choose it, it won't be rare. So we've got to stop that happening.
Yeah, gotta have a limited amount. Yeah, that's right.
So
That trait.
if you really want it, you can pay for it. So that it doesn't actually.
That's right.
It never gets blocked. But
that's right.
So if someone's got the money and they really want it, that's fine. They can have it.
So the ones with the more rare traits, are they going to have a little more utility or like some kind of like profit share or something that's more or something, or how some?
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
The idea is sorry, I'm just using the random button here just to show. We've just done this purely so you can have a bit of a play and see what options you can get. There's a bunch of different options. Rare traits.
So the utility for the ones that are more rare. Could you explain that a little bit?
Sure. The rare traits. This collection is about two main things. The first one is we really want everyone to have an NFT they actually like. So that's really important, that they can actually build something that they would actually use as their icon. These are built by the artist to be an icon. You can see we've kept the center of the character in the middle. The backgrounds don't ever really stop the character from being center, like from being like the center of attention.
Yeah.
So the backgrounds are purposely built to be backgrounds and not overtake the actual character. So we want everyone to have a really good icon, and we want everyone to be able to use it if they want to as an icon, and we wanted it to be really cool art, and the artist we chose for that reason. He does a great job. There's 3,333, which is basically what our community is at the moment.
Yeah.
And that means that everyone who's here right now can basically get one if they want one. Obviously, you can buy as many as you want, but those that want to get one will be able to get one. They should be able to. And that means that they're going to be tagged as OG, so they can actually be the old guard, the old group, the old guys, whatever the OG stands for.
Yeah.
And people will know when they see this icon that they're one of the original bulls, and that's got a nice rarity thing to it, that prestigious. It's like we're trying to basically mimic what Bored Ape Yacht Club's done in a smaller scale. That like there's a group of people that want it, and right now there's only 3,000 people in our community, but in another year's time there's probably going to be 300,000, and these are going to be really rare and sought after. People will really want to have one of these to show that they're a bull, that they're one of the original people that really supported bull. The other utility we've got is that in our skins that we're building for our games, we have 3 patches. We have a left patch on the arm, a right patch on the arm, and a chest patch. And for different groups, we're making emblems that can go on those patches. So there's a gaming group that actually they're like amateurs, but they group up to play in games, and they've ordered their own patch to go on there. So every skin they buy in any of our games, their patch will be on the left arm. And so when you're in game, you'll see you're playing against one of those guys. When you actually run up to their character, their patch. All of these bulls will be on one of those 3 patches. You'll be able to select which patch you want it on. So you can actually have your icon on your actual skin in the game. So that'll be cool as well. That's the other utility part we're having. So
it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
You really thought that out really well.
We've tried. Now, obviously, as time goes by, it'll be seen as either being a success or not. But we hope we've done the right thing there.
You said these are going to be more game specific or not game specific?
This is really about just being an OG, just proving that you're early in to the bulls.
Yeah.
So that's the main function. Second function is using it as an icon, and the third function, the utility is that it'll show that you're an OG in the actual game skins. You'll be able to wear this as a patch. It'll be a bull.
Hey,
you'll have a bull.
I might have to get some more money ready. I've already been spending a lot on NFTs. Time to buy some more NFTs. I'll probably try to get quite a few. I think so.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, like they're going to be available to be sold on the marketplace. So I'm gonna mint my main one. I've got my main one I want to mint. I know what I want to mint for my main one, and I'm going to mint that to use as my icon. And then I'm going to mint another. I'm going to actually play a bit of a game and mint a few what I think might be rare. I'm going to mint a few of those. So at the end, when the new rarity table comes out, I don't know if I'll be right or not, but we'll see whether I can get a couple of rare ones just by choosing a couple of things I don't think people will think are the best. The best. But as I said, my goal here is just that everyone gets one that they love. So I love these flower.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
yeah, they look really good. I'm gonna have to go through and just look at all the traits and myself. I looked at them a little bit the other day. I want to get more familiar with it.
Yeah. Well, the VIBs get a 2-hour head start. So anyone in the VIB club gets put in first. They get a 2-hour head start, and then after that, we'll open it up to the public, and everyone else can come in. So hopefully, all the node owners have bought VIB. VIB is so cheap at the moment. It's I think $7 or something, just because of the way.
You said Friday
evening, about 7:30 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
EST.
Okay,
that's what we're looking at.
That's the time zone I'm in. So cool. Hit the nail on the head, my friend.
It's late there for you. You better get some sleep.
Yeah, it's actually almost 11 p.m. Got to get up 5 a.m.
Go do that.
Go to my fiat job.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. And
good to have you on the channel, and hopefully we can do it again.